I was thinking about this the last couple of years when everybody was talking about the Montreal music scene and this explosion of this great art.
They never talk about it.
They never talk about you guys.
I know, we're like...
But you're the most successful band to come out of here.
But not the coolest in their books.
But is that like...
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
We didn't come out of a scene where a band that came out of a city, you know, where a band that... It wasn't like Simple Plan part of a whole bunch of bands from this town. It was like Simple Plan, wow, they're from Montreal.
I know we'll never be the coolest, you know, like the darlings of the critics. I understand that. From day one we knew that.
When you read a review, you can usually tell within the first 2-3 lines if the guy even listened to the record or not, you know, and sometimes it's too bad to see that, you know, by something he says, he obviously did not listen to it.
I remember, like, when the other first single came was, oh yeah, one-hit wonder, you'll never see them again. Well, now we're like 10-hit wonder, you know, whatever, 10-hit wonder, you know, and it's like 11-hit wonder, and every song that comes out and does well.
To us, it's always been a lot more valuable to have the 10,000 kids in front singing the lyrics and screaming and jumping and having fun than reading the review in a magazine.
And I always say, like, I'd rather be a band of the people. When you see, like, you have, like, 10,000, 20,000 people, like, jumping up and down and screaming, you know, and loving your song and singing every word. That, to me, means so much more than having a 5-star review.
We are in Madrid, Spain. We're just about to start our day of press. It is 9 a.m. right now.
So, what does this say? Two crazy people. I love that.
You look at all the different personalities in this band. Who's the diplomat? Is Sebastian, is he the diplomat in the band?
I think he would be, but he's too shy, so he doesn't talk enough to be the diplomat.
You know, Sebastian is a great guy, and he's a little bit quiet, but you know, it's great. When there's something to say, he'll say it.
Hey, Sebastian.
We're a peaceful band. We don't fight, ever.
But he's very pacifist, you know. He'll never want to butt heads, and if there's an argument that he's involved in, he'll just say, you know what, whatever. Which is nice, because we can't all be, you know, we can't all be Tauruses and hard-headed.
What's the thing?
Pierre is quite the character.
He's very creative. He can play drums. He can play guitar. He's a very good overall musician. And I think he was in band camp too, you know, at school and stuff, which I never had the opportunity to do.
We're watching the Sorority Life Marathon. Quit!
I've been around a lot of singers, and there seems to be some kind of ego rising as the career goes. But Pierre kind of stayed really level-headed the whole time.
I mean, I'm still young, you know, so I can still go to band camp.
Sure. What's David like?
David has a split personality.
He's always somewhere else in his head, you know. He's got a little bit of the ADD going on.
There he is. Let's go.
He's definitely ADD, you know, like he's definitely a little nuts.
That was amazing. Now we're going back, and there's a suspension. That's suspension.
You know, he's into skydiving now, like, and golf.
In golf?
Yeah, like, you know, hand in hand.
All summer I started golfing, believe it or not. I really enjoyed it very much.
And skydiving.
Yeah, skydiving still, absolutely.
I'm all right. You're all right. I'm all right. We're going to London tomorrow, so I'm kind of practicing, you know. You're all right. I'm all right. All right. See you tomorrow in London. Bam, boof, that's gold.
But the thing is about David, as much as he's a goofy guy, he's probably the one that has the most talent in all the band, you know. Maybe he doesn't use it as much as everybody else does because he doesn't have to. Like,
It's effortless for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Very musical guy. You have no idea. Like, he's got the best ear in the band. He plays every instrument. Never practices, though. It's a bit of a shame.
I love it. It's a keeper. Pretty cool.
Jeff is he's obviously a practice freak. He's always noodling around on his guitars. Because he's always like, ning, 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 ning.
Hey, guess who's playing guitar? That's right. Jeff Stink Up.
How about your drummer? The drummer, Chuck. I can honestly say the band would not be where it is if it wasn't for Chuck. He's the one that's worked the hardest since the beginning. He really likes the whole management side.
You know, he'll pull this band with a rope through the mud if he has to get it somewhere. It's to a point now that it's not like necessarily he's the best at everything that he does, but he wants to do it so bad that we just give up. You know, like, we'll be like, what's the set list tonight? And I won't write down a set list, because if I do, he'll just go over it and rewrite it the way he wants it. And for me, I don't really care. You know, so it's like...
Come on, that's got to drive you crazy sometimes.
Absolutely, and I want to kill him most of the time.
If I had this band when I was 6 years old, we'd be broken up by now.
Yeah?
Because my first band, I got kicked out of it because I was like that.
He said he was kicked out of the band for that.
He was.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Did you kick him out?
Yes, I did. And, you know, looking back, it was part of our growth, and, you know, it may have been a mistake, but at the time I think I wasn't ready to accept someone who was going to, you know, do more and want to control everything.
And from that moment on, I realized that it's so not worth it to, like, yell at people and scream at them because you could lose the one thing you truly love in the world, and that was my band.
You're the first guy in the band who's officially a father.
Officially, I like that. That's
Who's
good.
admitting to
Right. Admitting to paternity. Wow, man. I got to tell you, it's an amazing thing. It's just kind of, it's really changed my life. My daughter is just beautiful. She's like the easiest kid around. She smiles all the time. She's extremely happy.
Your band can't be your number one priority anymore because you have a kid.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
And that's a challenge.
I work really hard for this band, you know?
Yeah.
But I still have time for my daughter and for my girl. So, you know, I'm going to learn how to deal with this career thing and the family thing. I'm going to have to learn.
Today we're playing guitar on a song called What If. It's the greatest song I've ever heard.
Is it your favorite song?
It's my favorite. It's the favorite guitar track ever made. That's what it is.